Hello, everyone. Welcome to the conversation with Dr. Joan Coleman and friends. Oh, and I'm so glad to have all my friends here today. Today I'm with Megan
Hi, everybody. Megan Price, Megan P129 on IG.
and the fabulous Rita.
I'm Rita Reynolds. You can find me on Instagram at the Reynolds Love.
So, we were talking about relationships, and, we know that things happen in relationships, and sometimes relationships are good, sometimes relationships are bad. But what is it in relationship that caused that swift, that change, that shift? That's what I want to say, shift. 1 minute so good, and then the next minute is bad. You get along good, everything's going well. Okay, say you break up, say, okay, I'm not feeling you too much anymore. Why do things go so bad? Rita, what's your thoughts on this?
Well, I think like the routine makes things like in that way people get used to do the same, and then some kind of way like forget about all their stuff.
Mhm.
I think
You think,
maybe Megan have a better answer.
Megan, what do you think?
I think relationships change because they're supposed to. I think that a relationship is active. It's a word that should be a verb. I think it's putting in and taking out. And I think people change, and I think that your relationship needs to change. You need gotta have to like be in a relationship, whether it's romantic or just friendship or even just family. I think that people kind of need to understand that you're a product of your environment. So if something happened in your life, or you're just a different person sometimes, you've gone through something or you're dealing with something, people have to bend with you. So I think that either that other person shows up for you and you're able to like entertain it and keep it alive, or sometimes I think it's fine for it to just go the opposite way. I think it's okay to lose people too.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I was thinking. There are some people that's been married for a long time, and then you look up and they're like, we're getting a divorce. And then you're wondering, but if you're married 20 years, why can't that work out? Why can't you go get counseling and work that out? And we know what you said, Megan, is true. People change, things change. The kids kept you there before, but now the kids are grown and off. So it's just me, you. I'm looking at you, you looking at me, and we're like, who's that? Who are you? But how do we navigate that to grow together? Because things change and I kind of change and you kind of change doesn't mean that the relationship has to fall apart. So any thoughts, Rita? What do you think?
Well, I think like if you really became friends with that person will last, but I think that's very hard. Like, my experience it's hard.
It's hard. Why is it so hard?
Like because I don't, I'm not very I don't know how to do it. That's why maybe, I get divorced the first time. Oh no, for other stuff, but I think I'm trying to learn
Hmm.
still. Like I'm trying to learn.
You're very
That's the honest
like,
thing.
this is your topic and you're very like, but anyway,
I know.
I'm like, it's throwing me off. I'm like, wait, but
Well, I
Megan,
just say like I was trying I say like the relationship changed because in the beginning everything is like woo, like stars and everything, and then the thing go down, down, and then you need to start to be more friends. So in that way,
but weren't you friends
the thing will
before?
last.
Weren't you friends before? Aren't you friends before?
No,
You're just like, ooh, I like him. He
with
likes me.
anybody. Yes, that's it.
What do you think,
I
Megan?
never. Not like Megan. Megan.
yeah, I mean, I have a failed marriage as well, and I don't really know if I was friends with that person, prior
Yeah.
to it. And I'm not regretful of it, and I think I like that Rita picked this topic and doesn't know how to explain it, because then it opens up the floor to the people that are watching, that they can help us, right? Sometimes too.
Yeah.
So I think that it also has to do with, I mean, if you're a woman and you've had a child, you are a different person after you have a child. And if you have another child, you are just a different person again. Your life is completely altered. Like the world is off its axis, right? Like you're different. So I think that needs to have some consideration, some weight placed on it as well. And I also think that because she said she was struggling, it made me think of how I struggle in my relationship, my marriage now. which is happy. You know, I think it's really challenging with everything that life is throwing at us to prioritize one another, right? And I feel like I can say it out loud that I'm trying to prioritize my marriage. I'm trying to put that person first. I'm trying to do it, but there's so much that comes at me. So that's something that I think because Rita kind of made me think of that. Like I try to prioritize it, but I don't know if I'm doing a great job, but I want to. So a work in progress as well, Rita.
It's funny
Yeah, because I
because
feel like, you have kids,
mhm,
and if you want to prioritize, the second, and but you still have kids, and then in some point, you made my kids are my priority. You understand my point? Like when you're in a marriage and then you have the kids, if it's kids from that person, it's different. It is.
mhm.
So, but
So priorities, they switch, they change, you know. I think Rita's frozen. So I guess, are you frozen too, Megan? This Wi-Fi. Guys,
It's frozen.
everybody's frozen.
Oh, she's back. No, just you. But you're
you need to do that again because you was gone like shh.
It was me.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you continue? Oh, okay. It didn't come through.
I'm
So
sorry.
go ahead, Rita. Say it again. I hope it doesn't freeze again. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just say like, when you have second rounds for people that fail the first, is different. Like you understand, like for me, my kids are my priority. They're first, before, and it's true, and he knows, and he respects that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I'm trying to learn.
I get it. I guess we're all trying to learn, and I guess things happen, things change, people change. We just have to know what we're getting into, and sometimes you just don't know. You think it's all, like Rita said earlier, it's all boom, boom, yay, hooray, we're doing this together. And then 2 years down the line, you're like, who is this person? Right? And then you have a couple of kids, and then
Yeah.
the kids is the focus, and then you're just like different people with the different um but I'm trying to figure out like how do you not like get to that place where you're on different pages? You know what I mean? And I guess the way you got to do is communicate. Even though I can't speak because I haven't been divorced before, so I don't know what it goes into that not syncing, that, that not meshing together. So, if anybody knows the answer to our very struggling topic, please put it in the comment box. Help us out, okay? Because why does relationship stay good and then all of a sudden go bad? Or why does it even need to go bad? Like, how can we fix this? How can we solve this problem? All right, put in the comment box below. We're going to read it and we're going to get back to you. I am Dr. Joan Coleman, IG, Let Me Be Me, and Jay, and I'm with Megan
Megan Price, Megan P129.
and Rita.
Rita Reynolds on Instagram as the Reynolds Law.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.